Imagine this. You're standing at the altar, heart pounding with joy and nerves, surrounded by friends and loved ones who've traveled miles to celebrate your big day. But as you glance at the empty seats reserved for your own parents, a cold wave of realization hits. They didn't come. They forgot. Or worse, they chose not to. This is my story, the one that still twists my gut when I think about it. My name's Emily, and what started as a simple family oversight turned into a betrayal that fueled my revenge. But let's not jump ahead. I need to take you back to where it all began, to the roots of a family that was never what it seemed. Growing up in a small town outside Chicago, life looked ordinary. My dad, Robert, worked long hours at a factory, coming home tired and grumpy. Mom, Susan, stayed home, managing the house and what little social life we had. I was the middle child, stuck between my older brother Jake, who could do no wrong, and my younger sister Mia, the baby they spoiled rotten. Me? I was the quiet one, the dreamer buried in books, always chasing a bigger world. From a young age, I felt like an afterthought. Birthdays came and went with a quick card, maybe a store-bought cake, while Jake's meant parties and Mia's brought extravagant gifts. Emily's independent, they'd say, like it was a compliment. But it stung. It made me push harder, prove I was worth noticing. By high school, I was top of my class, earning scholarships left and right. I remember the day I got accepted to college, a full ride to a university in New York. I rushed home, letter in hand, bursting. Dad glanced up from the TV. "That's nice, kid." "Don't forget to mow the lawn," Mom patted my shoulder. "Proud of you, honey." Now, help with dinner, no celebration, no hugs. Meanwhile, when Jake got a promotion at his dead-end job, they threw a barbecue for the neighborhood. It was like I was invisible unless I was useful. But I didn't let it break me. I packed my bags and headed to the city, determined to build a life where I didn't need their approval. College was a whirlwind. I majored in business, minored in marketing, hustled side gigs to cover extras. That's where I met Alex. He was in my economics class, charming with a smile that lit up the room. We started as study buddies, then friends, and before I knew it, we were inseparable. Alex came from a big, warm family, the kind that hugged hello and goodbye, remembered anniversaries, called just to check in. Being around them showed me what I'd been missing. When we graduated, Alex proposed on a rooftop overlooking the skyline. It was magical, the kind of moment you see in movies. I said yes, and we started planning the wedding. Planning was my escape. I poured my heart into it. Venue by the lake, flowers and soft pastels, a band playing our favorite songs. I sent save the dates early, followed by invitations. For my parents, I added a personal note. Can't wait to share this day with you. Love, Emily Weeks Past. No, RSVP. I called. Mom picked up. "Oh, honey, we're busy that weekend. Your dad's got a fishing trip with the guys." "Busy? With fishing?" I laughed it off, thinking it was a joke, but they were serious. "We'll send a gift," Dad added gruffly. "A gift? For my wedding?" The hurt settled like a heavy fog. Alex saw it in my eyes. "They'll change their minds," he said, pulling me close, but deep down, I knew they wouldn't. This was just another way they pushed me aside. As the big day neared, I tried one last time. A video call, pleading, "Please, it's my wedding. I want you there." Mom sighed. "Emily, you're being dramatic. We raised you to be strong. You don't need us hovering." "Raised me?" They barely noticed me. But I swallowed the anger, focused on the joy ahead. The wedding was beautiful, vows under a sunset, laughter echoing. Friends toasted our future. Alex's family enveloped me in warmth. But those empty seats, they haunted me. Every photo without them felt incomplete. That night, as Alex and I danced, I whispered, "They forgot us." He held me tighter. "No, they forgot you. And that's on them." Little did I know, this betrayal was the spark that would ignite my path to success and to making them regret every moment they ignored me. The weeks after blurred into honeymoon bliss, but the sting lingered. Back home, I threw myself into work. I landed a job at a tech startup in marketing, climbing the ladder fast. Promotions came, bonuses piled up. Alex and I bought a cozy apartment, started talking kids someday. But family gatherings, with his side, only highlighted the void on mine. Calls home were short, awkward. "How was the wedding?" Mom asked once, months later. "Fine," I said flatly. No apologies, no regrets from them. It fueled me. I worked longer hours, took on side projects. Success became my armor. And then one day I hit a milestone, a big client deal, a fat commission. Enough for something flashy, something that screamed, "Look at me now." That's when the idea hit. A Porsche. Not just any. A sleek 911 Carrera, $135,000 worth of luxury on wheels. It wasn't practical, but it was a statement. I drove it home, engine purring like a satisfied cat. Alex grinned. "This is you, babe. Unstoppable." But in my mind, it was more. It was the key to unlocking their eyes, forcing them to see what they'd missed. I planned to visit back to the old town, under the guise of a casual drop-by. "Family reunion," I told Alex with a wink. He knew the real reason. As I packed, excitement mixed with nerves. Would they notice? Would they care? Little did I know, this ride would expose truths I'd buried deep, leading to a confrontation that changed everything. Let's dive deeper into the family dynamics that set the stage for it all. Betrayals like this don't happen in a vacuum. They build over years, like cracks in a foundation that cause the house to crumble. My childhood wasn't abusive, not in the dramatic sense, but it was laced with neglect that left scars. Jake, my older brother, was the golden boy. Athletic, outgoing, bringing home trophies that made Dad beam. "That's my son," he'd say at games, while I sat on the bleachers, cheering quietly. Mia, the youngest, was the princess. Tantrums forgiven, wishes granted. Me, the reliable one, expected to handle things without fuss. I remember one Christmas vividly. I was 12, saving my allowance for months to buy gifts. I got Dad a new toolkit, Mom a scarf, Jake a video game, Mia a doll. Their gifts to me? A pair of socks from Mom, nothing from Dad. He forgot. Jake gave me his old comic book, Mia a half-eaten candy bar, as a joke. I laughed it off, but inside it burned. Why don't they see me? I'd wonder in my room, tears silent. School became my refuge. Teachers praised my essays. Friends valued my loyalty. But home? A place to eat and sleep, not belong. High school amplified it. I joined debate club, won state championships. Parents? Good job. Over dinner, then back to talking about Jake's latest car or Mia's dance recital. When I announced my college acceptance, the silence was deafening. No party, no proud post like they did for the others. I funded my own move, said goodbye with a quick hug. "Call when you get there," Mom said. I did. Voicemail. That pattern continued. Holidays skipped, achievements glossed over. Alex noticed early in our relationship. "Your family's distant," he'd say diplomatically. I defended them at first. "They're just busy." But deep down, I knew it was choice, not circumstance. Fast forward to engagement. Alex's parents threw us a lavish party. Speeches, tears, toasts. Mine? a text. Congratulations. No questions about the ring, the proposal. Planning the wedding, I included them in every detail. Dress fittings via photos, menu tastings described. Crickets. The invitation? I hand-delivered it on a visit home. Dad opened it, nodded. Looks fancy. Mom, hope the weather holds. No excitement, no offers to help. I left feeling smaller than ever. Alex urged me to confront them. Tell them how you feel. But I couldn't. Pride, maybe, or fear of confirmation. That I didn't matter. The wedding eve, I called one last time. Are you sure you can't make it? Silence. Then Dad. Emily, life's not all about weddings. We have commitments. Commitments like fishing. I hung up, heart shattered. The ceremony was stunning, but without them it felt hollow. Guests asked, "Where are your folks?" I smiled through lies. Unwell. Inside, betrayal brewed. They hadn't just forgotten, they had dismissed my milestone. As honeymoon photos flooded my feed, likes from strangers poured in. From family, nothing. That silence was the final straw. Success became my weapon. I doubled down at work, networking like mad. Within a year, I was leading teams, closing deals. The Porsche? It was the crown jewel bought with my own sweat. Driving back home that weekend, wind in my hair, I rehearsed what I'd say. Casual at first, then let the car speak. But as the familiar streets appeared, doubt crept in. What if they didn't care? What if this revenge fell flat? Little did I realize, their reaction would uncover secrets that explained everything and push me to expose the truth in ways I never imagined. Now, let's paint the wedding day in full color, because it's the turning point where hurt turned to resolve. The morning sun filtered through the hotel curtains as I slipped into my dress. Ivory lace, flowing like a dream. Makeup artists buzzed around. Friends giggled over champagne. Alex sent a note. Can't wait to see you. His family arrived early, hugs and well wishes filling the air. But my phone, no messages from home, no good luck, no thinking of you. The void ached. The venue was paradise. A lakeside gazebo draped in flowers, chairs in neat rows. Guests mingled, music soft in the background. I peeked from behind a tree, scanning for familiar faces. Alex's side overflowed. Aunts, uncles, cousins. Mine, sparse. A few old friends, an aunt who'd driven hours. The reserved seats for Mom, Dad, Jake, Mia, empty. My maid of honor, Sarah, squeezed my hand. They're missing out. I nodded, throat tight. The processional started. I walked the aisle alone, Dad's absence glaring. Alex's eyes met mine, full of love. We exchanged vows, rings slipping on with promises of forever. Cheers erupted, but inside a storm raged. Reception flowed. Speeches that brought tears, first dance under stars. Alex whispered, "You're amazing." I forced smiles for photos, but the camera caught the shadow in my eyes. Toasts came. Alex's dad spoke of family bonds. I bit my lip, thinking of mine. As cake was cut, a cousin asked about parents. Couldn't make it, I said lightly. Lies to save face. Night ended with fireworks, us driving off in a decorated car. Honeymoon in Hawaii, beaches, sunsets, bliss. But postcards home? Unsent. Why bother? Back to reality, work consumed me. I channeled pain into ambition. Meetings aced, ideas pitched. Boss noticed, "Emily, you're on fire." Raise after raise. Alex supported, but worried. Don't let them define you. Too late, they had. The Porsche purchase was impulsive, yet calculated. Test drive thrilled me. Speed, luxury, power. Signing papers, I thought, this is for me. But also, wait till they see. The drive home was therapeutic. Highways blurred, radio blasting. Arriving in town, nostalgia mixed with dread. Pulled up to the old house. Paint peeling, yard unkempt. Honked lightly. Door opened. Mom's eyes widened at the car. Emily? What? Is that yours? Dad emerged, jaw dropping. Jake and Mia peeked out. The moment I'd waited for. But their words, not pride, greed flickered. Nice wheels, sis. Must cost a fortune. The betrayal deepened. They saw the car, not me. That sparked the real revenge. With that homecoming behind me, let's talk about how I turned pain into power. Success didn't happen overnight. It was bricks laid one by one, each fueled by being overlooked. Post-wedding, I returned to New York with a new mindset. No more waiting for validation. I dove into work at the tech firm, volunteering for projects others shied from. Late nights, early mornings, colleagues joked, Emily's a machine. But it paid off. First promotion, team lead, then department head. Salary doubled, then tripled. I started a side hustle, consulting for startups. Word spread, clients multiplied. Alex and I upgraded our life. Better apartment, travel. But family? Distant calls. Doing well? Mom asked. Yes, I'd say. Details sparse. No invites home. The Porsche was the pinnacle. Researching models, I chose the Carrera for its elegance and roar. Delivery day, I revved it in the lot, feeling invincible. Alex, proud of you. That night, we celebrated with dinner. To new beginnings, he toasted. Planning the visit, I kept it a surprise. Just checking in, I texted vaguely. The drive was reflective. Past farmlands, memories flashing. What if they apologized, but hope faded? Arrival. Car gleamed under sun. Their reactions? Shock, then calculation. Dad, how'd you afford that? Mom, come in. Tell us everything. Inside, questions flew. Not about the wedding, but job, money. Jake, lend me some? Mia, take me for a spin? Greed exposed. I smiled coolly. Earned it myself. Tension built. This was just the start. Their true colors would lead to a plan that shut them down for good. As the dust settled from that initial shock, the real confrontation unfolded in ways that left me reeling but resolved. Parking the Porsche in their driveway felt like planting a flag. They swarmed out, eyes glued to the car. Is this real? Mia touched the hood. Jake whistled. Sis, you're loaded. Dad circled it, appraising. Mom invited me in, tea ready, unusually fast. Living room unchanged, faded photos, mostly of Jake and Mia. My wedding photo? Absent. Conversation started light. How's Alex? But quickly shifted. What do you do again? I explained. Marketing exec. Deals closed. Their interest peaked at numbers. Salary like that? Wow. Then hints. Dad, factory's slow. Could use help. Jake, starting a business? Need investors? Mia, college tuition's high. They remembered me now. For my wallet, hurt turned to anger. Where were you at my wedding? Silence. Mom, we were busy. Dad, life happens. No sorry, I stood. This car? It's what happens when you ignore someone. They thrive without you outside. They followed, pleading, don't be like that. But I drove off, heart racing. Calls came later, apologies laced with requests. Come back, let's talk money. Betrayal crystallized. Time for revenge, not destruction, but exposure. I'd build more, then reveal their neglect to the world, or at least our circle. Plan formed. Success amplified. Then a family reunion where truths spilled. Climax approached. With the homecoming behind me, the revenge plan took shape in the quiet drive back. No more subtlety. I'd make them face consequences. First, distance, ignored calls, text brief, focused on career, new role, VP level. Income soared, invested wisely, stocks, real estate. Alex and I bought a house, started a family fund. But the plan? Subtle exposure, Social media posted success stories, wedding pics with captions hinting at family absence. Grateful for those who showed up. Likes poured in, questions too. Relatives messaged, "Where were your parents?" I replied honestly, without venom. Word spread. Family gatherings, they felt the chill. Then the big move, a book deal. From invisible to unstoppable. My memoir. Outline neglect, betrayal, triumph. Publisher excited. As drafts flowed, I included details. The empty seats, the fishing trip excuse. They heard rumors, called frantic. Don't air dirty laundry? Too late. Book release loomed with a launch event. Invited them? Yes, with a note, "See what you missed." Tension built toward climax, the event where everything would collide. The book launch was the powder keg, exploding in emotional fireworks. Venue packed, friends, colleagues, media. Porsche parked out front, symbol of success. Speech ready, story of rise, laced with family truths. They arrived late, disheveled. Mom whispered, "Emily, please." I nodded, proceeded. On stage, I shared childhood oversights, wedding snub. Audience gasped, but I turned pain to power. Eyes on them, squirming. Q and A. How'd your family react? I paused. They're here. Ask them muck to dad. Stammered excuses, exposed, crowd murmured. They left humiliated. Call stopped. Justice served. Not destruction, but truth. Post-launch, peace settled. Book hit bestsellers, inspiring others. Family. Distant, but changed. Apologies came, genuine this time. We were wrong. Forgave, but boundaries set. No loans, just occasional visits. Alex and I thrived. Baby on way. Success sweeter without resentment. Looking back, the lesson hits hard. Family should lift you, not overlook. Betrayal hurts, but revenge through success heals. Don't destroy, rise above. Justice comes in exposure, not vengeance. My story? A reminder, your worth isn't in their eyes, but your own drive. Years later, the ripple effects endure. Inspired many to share stories, build empires. Parents, retired quietly, reflective. Me, CEO now. Porsche upgraded. Life full, family of choice. Remember, from forgotten to unforgettable, the journey's yours.